There. Now my books look intelligent. Hello once again, Internet. If you're not familiar, my name is James and I'm the guy who used to make videos and then stopped making videos and then started making videos again and then stopped making videos again. And today I'm here to talk about a topic that I feel like we're all sort of aware of, but we don't want to acknowledge because there's sort of a stigma behind it, but I feel like we need to acknowledge it anyways because it's something that's very common, very present. Pretty much every person goes through it at some point or another. And let's just get it on the table, get it over with, get it out there, and come to terms with it. It is okay to be not okay. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well duh, that's obvious, everyone knows that, everyone has bad days. Yeah, but how often are we willing to just let people have a bad day every once in a while? Why is it so hard to just accept that, hey, that person's not okay today? I acknowledge that. I'm not going to do the typical thing of either A, doing everything in my power to make them better, because maybe they don't want me to make them better, maybe they just want someone to acknowledge the fact that they exist today. Or B, ignore the fact that they don't feel okay and act like everything's fine, which then creates a sort of tension between you, and that's just undesirable for everybody. Now this is rooted in a personal experience because right now I'm kind of at the end of a long summer for me. I left my job at the end of June and kind of entered a period where I wasn't really doing much at all. I finished up my second book and then started on a new project, but I've sort of hit a standstill in that. And so these past few weeks, going into the past couple months, have sort of been this period where I've just not really known what's going on with myself, and I've felt very uncertain and I felt not okay. And throughout all of this, there have been people who have felt the desire to, oh, okay, how can I make it better? Or there's been the people who, oh, it'll get better. And then there's the people who just ignore it. And I feel like none of those people ever did the one thing that I really just needed, and that was to say, it's okay to be not okay. It is okay to not have everything together. It's okay to not know where you're going in life. It's okay to feel like you're stranded. Because that means you're going the right direction. That means you are doing something with your life. It means you are moving. We only hit dead ends because we've made progress. You don't hit a dead end if you're standing still. I am happy to be in school. I'm happy to be back in classes, but I'm constantly going through this inner turmoil of, am I doing what I want to do for the rest of my life? Is this really the thing that I'm willing to put thousands of dollars into getting a piece of paper that says I'm certified to do this thing until I can't do this thing anymore? That's really terrifying for me, and I feel like so many people are sort of okay with the fact that we make these huge investments that are basically a gamble on what our future self is going to be okay with. That really does terrify me. It genuinely terrifies me to think that 21-year-old me knows what 31-year-old or 41-year-old or 51-year-old me is going to want. I have no idea what he's going to want. I have no idea what 22-year-old me is going to want. How do I know that he's going to want to work in criminal justice? I don't. I assume that because I want to do that right now, he's going to want to do that. And because I'm making that assumption and knowing it's an assumption and not a certainty, I get really torn up inside and I get really worried and I feel like I'm making a mistake. And that, on top of the fact that I'm only just starting at a new job after a period of unemployment, toppled with medical bills and with personal stresses and with social stresses and with everything else that just stacks up, and it feels like drowning. In life, there's this general desire to have stability and to have functionality, and in trying to achieve that, we often find that we are not those things. We are emotional, we are flawed, some of us are damaged, and that's okay. We are allowed to be these things because we are human, because we are not programmed to be perfect. I feel like it just really needs to be said to people that you are allowed to not feel okay. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to have bad weeks. You are allowed to have periods of your life where you don't have a single clue what's going on. You are allowed to not be in control of the situation, and you are allowed to feel sad and angry and confused and upset and just every range of emotion possible. You are allowed to do these things. There's no one out there who is saying you cannot be not okay. You have to be okay. If anyone says that, A, they're a hypocrite, B, they're wrong. I feel better about saying it. I feel like somebody else out there might watch this video and think, yeah, that's me right now. I don't have it all together. I'm not okay. I'm glad that it's fine. I'm glad that someone understands that's okay.